Hi, everybody. I'm Ben Mankiewicz. Thanks for joining us for the final Saturday of our annual 31 Days of Oscar Film Festival. As you're perhaps sick and tired of hearing by now, we're presenting our Oscar-nominated and winning movies in alphabetical order this year. And up next on our block of movies that start with the letter T is what many consider the definitive sci-fi monster thriller. From 1954, nominated for Best Special Effects, Them. As the movie begins, two state troopers find a traumatized little girl wandering alone in a New Mexico desert. When they're finally able to coax her into speaking, all she can say is, them. After bringing in an FBI agent and a father-daughter entomologist team, they discover the them in question is a colony of killer ants, 20 feet long, the mutant result of secret nuclear testing. The cast includes James Whitmore, James Arness, Edmund Gwenn, and Joan Weldon. The impetus for the story was the public's concern about the unknown dangers of radiation and atomic energy in the early years of the nuclear age and a burgeoning arms race. Audiences in the 1950s were as cynical about giant bug monster movies as we are today. The head of Warner Brothers, Jack Warner, he wanted nothing to do with them and tried to pawn the movie off to 20th Century Fox. But the filmmakers, especially writer Ted Scherdeman, saw the potential to make a solid film out of potentially schlocky material, and it was a success. Audiences lined up to see it, making it Warner Brothers' highest-grossing film of 1954, and critics actually raved about the well-constructed script, the strong cast, and Gordon Douglas's tight direction, making a story engrossing enough that they didn't question its plausibility or lack of plausibility. From 1954, also starring Leonard Nimoy in one of his early roles, here's Them. The giant ants in Them were not a product of the meticulous process of stop-motion animation. Special effects supervisor Ralph Ayers had prop man Dick Smith construct two actual-size models, one a complete ant, the other just the front section of the giant ant. And there were also extra ant models without mechanical controls for shots of multiple ants that didn't require much movement. Just as in most sci-fi movies of that era, it's quite obvious the creatures are not real, but the effects were still impressive enough and realistic enough to terrify audiences in 1954 and earn an Oscar nomination. Them set the bar for many giant bug monster sci-fi movies to come, and it remains among the best. Up next, Robert Montgomery takes the lead role and takes on some of the directing duties for John Ford in a 1945 World War II drama nominated for 2 Oscars.